Okay, here's an example from the quizzes that you had to do where the problem is really set up to be clearing decimals. So as you can see, here's your problem. There actually is a decimal there. Looks a little light. Okay, let's see what we have as far as decimal places go. So we have 4/10 x plus 1 6/10 is equal to negative 1 6/10 x plus 53 2/10. So everything is in the tenths place. So that means if we're going to clear all the decimals, we're going to multiply the entire problem by 10. Okay, so that means we're going to distribute that 10 to each of the pieces. Okay, so 10 times 4/10 x is just going to be 4x. 10 times 1 6/10 is 16. 10 times negative 1 6/10 x is negative 16x. And 10 times 53 2/10 is going to be 532. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to get all of the x's to one side and all of the constants to the other side. So let's add 16x to both sides. And again, your choice. You could have subtracted 4x from both sides if you chose. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. So we get 20x plus 16 is going to be equal to 532. And now we have to subtract 16 from both sides. So we get 20x is going to be equal to 516. And then we would obviously divide both sides by 20. So x is going to come out to be, that would be 25 8/10. Okay, so you should get 25 8/10 there. Example of a clearing fractions problem. You can see our first fraction has a denominator of 6. Then we have a constant, which has a denominator of 1. And then the last fraction has a denominator of 2. So the lowest common denominator we can get would be 6. Any common denominator will work, but we're going to multiply by 6. And this one, I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit and show you what it looks like. So we're going to multiply 6 times m over 6 minus 6 times 5 is equal to 6 times 1/2 m. Okay, and the reason I wanted to do that is because I just like to make sure that you're putting this in the right place. That 6 that we're multiplying by is really a numerator, so you can kind of put it over 1 to make the fractions easier. And over here, you could see that the 6 and the 6 are going to cancel, and that leaves you just m. This is going to be 30. And on the right side of the equal sign, we could see the 2 reduces. 2 goes into 2 one time, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. So 3 times 1m is just 3m. Okay, and now we're in that situation where we have to get variables on one side, constants on the other. So subtract m from both sides. So we have negative 30 is going to be equal to 2m. Then divide both sides by 2. And you'll find out that m is equal to negative 15.